Hello everyone, and welcome to another video from MTE Equipment Solutions. My name is Eric, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Giant G2700 HD Plus. So stick around and learn why you might want something like this instead of a traditional skid steer. We previously took a look at the Giant G1200 series, and if you missed that video, you can find it linked right up there. But today, we're looking at the G2700 HD Plus. In many ways, it's the big brother of the G1200 series, but there's a lot else going on that makes it its own animal entirely. The G2700 is an articulating and oscillating wheel loader with the same ease of operation, effortless ergonomic control, and robust build quality you would expect from the rest of the Giant lineup. The difference between this and the G1200 series is scale, and that scale makes a world of difference. For its size, the G2700 offers impressive handling thanks to that oscillating and articulating frame, and I don't think there's any machine with this kind of lifting capacity, with this kind of visibility as the default. Now, this is the deluxe safety roof set that has the glass on the front and back with the wipers. You can also optionally upgrade this with glass doors on the side, but there's also a basic safety roof with true unobstructed visibility all around, or you can upgrade to a full cab with heat, all the creature comforts, so this machine is extremely customizable for a wide variety of needs. Here at MTE, we carry the Giant G2700 HD Plus series, and what that gives you is a tipping load of 5,291 pounds against a service weight of 5,733 pounds as standard. But like many other Giant loaders, there's also options between the booms. The regular boom is what gives you the numbers I just cited, or there's the extra boom. Now the extra boom is just a very slight change. It brings the pivot point of the boom slightly down closer to the machine, which costs you a bit of reach, but it increases your maximum tipping load all the way to 6,393 pounds against that same service weight of 5,733 pounds. So it allows you to really increase your stability, increase the weights that you can work with, and only costs you a little bit of reach. So obviously evaluate your needs for which version of the machine you're going to want. Don't worry though, if you really need to maximize your lifting height, the G2700 Tele is coming soon. Now, regardless of which boom you pick for your G2700, all of them are going to feature the same full-size hydraulic skid steer attachment plate on the front. And that's going to give you compatibility with a huge number of skid steer compatible attachments or anything made to that footprint, such as this bucket right here. Now, by default, those are supported by 13.5 gallon per minute hydraulics, but there are options with the HD Plus where you can crank that all the way up to 21 gallons per minute, which will really support attachments that need a high continuous flow, such as stump grinders or power rakes. There's also electrical hookups available for 14-pin or 12-volt electrical controls, so if you need even that much more control over an attachment and you need the electronics to do it, you can hook that up and you can control it from all the handy switches right in the cab. Now, in addition to all the other cool stuff we just talked about, Giant also has a new system that allows you to depressurize your hydraulic hookups before you try to put anything into them, and it allows you to make those things move properly and actuate without spraying oil all over the place, and it's really, really handy and makes life a lot easier using these attachments. Of course, none of this would matter if it weren't for the 50 horsepower Kubota engine that powers the G2700 HD Plus. Despite its size and work capacity, it can still hit a top speed of 18.6 miles per hour, and the heavy-duty build quality of the machine is matched by the heavy-duty build quality of the engine. The 03 series Kubota engine is famously reliable and is the engine of choice for a lot of applications, from forklifts to skid steers to aerial lifts to air compressors to anything else you can think of. So, parts and getting parts is also never going to be an issue, especially if you need parts from us here at MTE Equipment Solutions. Now, putting all this power to work is super comfortable and super easy thanks to the operator station of the G2700, especially with the optional full cab here with the heating, radio, everything's at your fingertips. You're fully enclosed if you want to be. But even with the base model, the creature comforts and niceties still come standard. It's an easy machine to get in and out of. All of your controls are ergonomically laid out. You can adjust the steering column to make sure you're never too cramped or reaching too much. And it's just a very smooth ride thanks to the air ride seat and the optional Stabilo system, which keeps things even smoother. Now, all these factors on their own make the G2700 a very compelling machine, but seeing how it compares to the competition is what really makes it stand out, because there really is nothing that quite hits all the notes like it in its size and weight class. Now, for the sake of comparison, here we've got the Giant G2700 versus the Bobcat S510. Now, the Bobcat S510 is a 6,208-pound skid steer with a 55 horsepower engine. Stacking it up against the Giant G2700, it's about 10% heavier, but also has 10% more horsepower and a similar lifting height. So it's still within the same overall class for weight, reach, engine power, and most importantly, price. Now, where the differences start is with the tipping loads. The Giant G2700 manages to greatly outperform the Bobcat's max load of 3,754 pounds. And the 50 horsepower engine with Giant's standard 2-speed gearbox over doubles the Bobcat's top speed of 7.6 miles per hour. In addition to that, the Giant comes in at only 43.3 inches wide, which is incidentally narrow enough to fit through a standard yard gate. The Bobcat is going to have a little more trouble with that at 68 inches wide. And while it's a little bit shorter, it's very stocky, and you definitely don't get the same 360-degree full visibility with the lower front-facing position of the Bobcat versus the more rearward, high-up position that you have with the Giant. One more note, of course, is the difference in drive systems. The Bobcat is a skid steer, and skid steers do lose out on traction, tear out the ground a lot more than something like an articulating and oscillating four-wheel wheel loader. And with the Giant's various tire options and the HD Plus's 12-ton axles, you're actually able to deliver 28,000 newtons of pulling force to the ground, which is an unmatched metric for this class of machine, period. The point of that comparison is to put the Giant G2700 in context. And with that context, I think the design philosophy behind Giant becomes very evident. Fit as much capability with as much visibility and as much control into as compact and ergonomic a machine as possible. That might sound like you're trying to split a lot of hairs and do a lot at once, but that's exactly what Giant is doing, and that's how you get a machine that outlifts its nearest skid steer peer while still being able to fit through a standard yard gate. The Giant G2700 series is incredibly well optimized and very intelligently designed. Overall, the Giant G2700 is an incredible machine that offers a degree of capability and versatility and a combination of features that you just won't find anywhere else, like the rest of the Giant line. And if you want to learn more about the rest of the Giant line, be sure to visit our website at www.mtequipmentsolutions.com and hit that little subscribe button and the bell notification so that you get notified of our next video from MTE. And if you want to have your own say of what we talk about next, or you have your own opinions about this here Giant loader, be sure to leave those down in the comments along with a like, dislike, or whatever you thought of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Eric from MTE, and we'll see you in the next one.